Cavaliers and guests, welcome to our Gavel meeting. I am your Sergeant at Arms, Cavalier Mukesh. Our meeting number is 33 now in session. Before starting our meeting, I would like to read the following. Turn off your mobile phones or keep them on silent mode. Please avoid speaking on sex, politics, and religion during this meeting. Mission of our Gavel meeting to provide a supportive and positive experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting greater self-confidence and personal growth. Now I hand over the stage to our President, Cavalier Salman.
Yes, thank you, Sergeant at Arms Mukesh. Fellow Gaveliers, my honorable guests, a warm good afternoon to one and all. Dear Gaveliers, how are you all? Please react me with thumbs up symbol. Wow, there are. Since the new virus has arrived, I request everyone to stay safe, stay healthy, and stay hygiene. Okay. Never give up in your life. Work harder and smarter. With this thought, let me lift your spirits by sharing you all a short, inspiring success story of an intelligent person. A boy was born in a middle class family and excelled beyond anybody's imagination. He is still today known as the greatest genius who has ever lived. When he was 4, his mother discovered that he had a gift for understanding the mechanics of things just like his father. When he played with the compass his dying father gave him, she introduced him to the world of music that helped him broaden his mind. At the age of 11, he was discovered to be not only a maths prodigy but also a physics prodigy. Much to his mother's disbelief, he was never good at school. The things that were taught they were too bland for his taste. He then went to Switzerland and failed a school entrance exam because of poor French skills. Undeterred by his failure, he took a year to perfect his skill. It was in 1902 that he conducted research and presented the public with theories that shook and break upon the law of physics. 1905 is the year known as the miracle year for him. This paper point of view of people on time, mass, space, and energy. He understood the fact that if you are somehow different from other people, people always oppose you. So he was never afraid of difficulties and loved to do his own work by his own will without following other people. He was a very hardworking, determined, and never gave up person. He's named now used as the synonym to word genius. Can anyone guess the genius whom I'm speaking about?
Albert Einstein.
Yes, exactly. He's none other than the great scientist Albert Einstein. Okay, with that, I think today we don't have any guests, so let me directly call our Secretary Gavel Ehaan to read the Secretary report of our previous meeting. Gavel Ehaan, the stage is yours.
Yes, thank you, President. Respected Toastmasters, fellow Gaviliers, and guests, very good evening to all of you. I would like to share the minutes of the last meeting, which was on Friday, October 22, 2021. The location was Zoom platform meeting. There were 32 meeting number 32. There were 40. The members who attended the meeting were of 14. The total amount of guests were 3, and there were 2 Toastmasters. The meeting timing was 2:30 to 4:30 p.m. The meeting started at sharp 2:30 p.m. The Gavelier of the day was Gavelier Akshaya, host of the meeting. General evaluator was Toastmaster Parag Patil sir, who leads the evaluation session and evaluates proceedings. The grammarian who introduces the word of the day and evaluates grammar was Gavelier Hari Girish, and word of the day was jovial. Table topic master was Gavelier Mars. Our theme of the day was be grateful. 1 minute Gavelier was Gavelier Gisha. Timer was Gavelier Ehaan. Our counter was Gavelier Yusra. Vote counter was Gavelier Jesnihan. Listening master was Gavelier Salman. Joke master, who cracks a few jokes at the end of the introduction session, was Gavelier Mukesh. The book reviewer was Gavelier Kiruthiha. Best speaker was Gavilar Ayush Borgaonkar. Best table topic speaker was Gavilar Gisha. Best evaluator was Gavilar Hari Ramasamy. Best role player was Gavilar of the day, Gavilar Akshaya. That's it. That's my report. Thank you. Back to the president.
Yes, thank you, Secretary Gavel Ehaan. So, is there any minutes of the meeting, any changes in the minutes of the meeting? Is
I
there any
guess
changes?
he named someone Gavillier Hari Ramasamy.
Yeah.
I guess it's Harshini Ramasamy.
I think
Yeah,
it
can
was
you repeat it?
sorry. I think it was a mistake in my speech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Ehaan, you can make the change. So, the minutes of the meeting is as read by the secretary. So, with this, now to conduct the further meeting, I have a talented and confident Gavier who studies in ninth grade. His aim in life is to be an aerospace engineer. So please help me welcome our Gaviler of the day, Gaviler Abhishek, with a big round of applause.
Thank you, President, for that wonderful introduction. Respected Toastmasters, Cavaliers, and guests, a very warm good afternoon to one and all. Today, I will be your Cavalier of the day. Before I start the meeting, let me tell you, have you heard about the story Monkey and the Crocodile? I guess most of you might be knowing that. It's the story where the monkey is made as a dinner for the crocodile, and the clever monkey was able to trick the crocodile and save his life. But what is the moral of the story? You guys may be thinking that, yeah, the moral is to be clever and be attentive. But what is this exactly based on? It relates to the theme of the day, live in the moment. The monkey was on the moment with its present senses and was aware and was able to escape the crocodile. So, our theme, to live in the moment or now, means being conscious, aware, and be present with all of your senses. It means not dwelling on the past nor being anxious or worrying about the future. To explain more about this theme, we have an enthusiastic Cavalier. And it is Cavalier Arishti. Please give her a round of applause to explain the theme of the day.
Live in the moment. Dear Gavelier of the day, Presidents, fellow Gaveliers, a warm good evening to one and all. First of all, congratulations to the Gavelier of the for selecting a wonderful theme of the day, live in the moment. Friends, problems will come and go. Worrying about the past and thinking what will happen in future will end up in total mess. So, live in the moment, enjoy the present. The time is running. You don't have enough time to. So, enjoy the present. If you want to do anything, don't postpone it. Do it now. A person who won't be successful in life won't postpone stuffs. He does it in that moment itself. If you think, today, not today, will do tomorrow, please change your attitude because tomorrow won't come as tomorrow. It will come as today only. So live in the moment, enjoy present, enjoy life. Back to the Gavel of the day.
Thank you, 1 minute Cavalier Harshri, for the spectacular explanation of the theme. Grammar is really important part of the language. That may be any language. To talk about our grammatical sector, we have a Cavalier who willingly took this role from other people, and that is none other than Cavalier Harshini. Please welcome her with a round of applause.
Thank you, Cavalier of the Day, Cavalier Abhishek. Cavalier of the Day, fellow Cavaliers, Toastmasters, and honored guests, a very good evening to one and all. Today, I'm your grammarian. My role of a grammarian is to introduce the word of the day and encourage to use by the speakers, evaluators, and also the table topic participants. I will note who uses the word of the day correctly or incorrectly. I will listen to the word usage and note any awkward or misuse of English language, such as incomplete sentences, incorrect grammar, etc. The word of the day that I have chosen for this meeting is sorry. The word of the day that I have chosen for the meeting is sentient. Its meaning is able to perceive or feel things. Its synonyms are alert, conscious, aware, cognizant, etc. Its antonyms are insentient, insensate, mindless, unconscious, unintelligent, non percipient, incognizant. Usage in a sentence: man is a sentient thing. Even as a sentient soul, she would feel fear. I request everyone to use the word of the day maximum in your speeches. And back to the giver of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Gavel Harshini, and I encourage all of you to use the word of the day sentient. Time is perfect, but nobody can say we are perfect in time. To note down our timings, we have a fourth grade student who likes playing chess, cricket, and also read books and sing. And he is none other than Gavel Ayush. Gavel Ayush, please explain your role.
So, Gaveler of the day, fellow Gaveliers, and respected Toastmasters and honored guests, good afternoon. The ability to speak within designated time limits is a mark of professionalism. Three major segments of the Toastmasters meeting are timed and must fall within a certain time limit in order to qualify for the voting process. They are prepared speeches, table topics, and evaluations. The timing are as follows. Prepared speech as per project manual with grace of plus minus 30 seconds. Table topics 1 to 2 minutes with grace of plus 30 seconds. Prepared speech evaluation 2 to 3 minutes with a grace of plus minus 30 seconds. Grammarian minimum 3 minutes, maximum 5 minutes with a grace of plus 30 seconds. Table topic evaluation minimum 30 seconds for speaker with grace of plus 30 seconds. Please watch for the following color cards that will be shown by me to indicate whether your speech or evaluation qualifies for voting. Green card indicates that you have spoken for minimum required time. Yellow card, you have to start wrapping up as you are near to the end of your talk. Red card, your time is over and only grace period is left. No indications will be shown when grace period ends. I shall give my report at the end of each session. Back to the Gaveler of the day.
Thank you, Gavel Ayush. To avoid speaking errors, we have a Gavalier who's playing the role of the accountant and who willingly took this role. So please give him a round of applause and welcome Gavalier Mukesh.
Good evening, Cavaliers, guests, and everyone. I am Cavalier Mukesh and I have taken the role of the R counter. My role as an R counter is to correct the errors such as M, short pause, long pause, etc. Because people, all Cavaliers, everyone in the world cannot speak perfectly. To correct them and make them speak properly is my duty, and I will do it properly. Back to the Cavalier.
Thank you, Gavalier Mukesh. Motivation is really necessary. To announce out our winners, we have an diligent Gavalier who is none other than Gavalier Ehaan. Gavalier Ehaan, can you please explain your role?
Yes. The Gaveler of the day, fellow Gaveliers and respected Toastmasters and honored guests. Good afternoon. I am the vote counter for today's meeting. Please vote for the best prepared speech, best table topics, and best evaluated. Please message me privately in the chat box bottom of your screen At the end of each session, I shall be collecting the votes to count and tally the votes and eventually report when called upon. Guests are requested to refrain from voting, but guest Gaviliers can vote. I shall cast my vote only to break a tie. Back to Gavilier of the day.
Thank you, Gabriel Ehaan. Concentration is really important. To ask us questions about how aware we were in the meeting, we have an enthusiastic Gavalier who is none other than Gavalier J. Snehan. Gavalier J. Snehan, please explain your role.
Gavalier of the day, fellow Gavaliers and respected Toastmasters, good afternoon. I am playing the role of listening master. My role is to help all the members and guests to sharpen the power of observation. I encourage all members to pay complete attention to the entire meeting procedures. I will keep track of key ideas, facts, or points made during the speeches. When called upon, I will quiz participants with 2 to 3 questions from the entire proceedings of the meeting. Back to the Gavalier of the day.
Thank you, Gavalier J. Snehan. To take a break and make us laugh, we have a humorous Gavalier who is Gavalier Safrina. Please welcome her with a round of applause.
Thank you, Gavel of the day. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Gavel Safrina and I will be your joke master for today. Today, I have a few jokes to share with you. Joke number 1. One day, a police caught a kid who was trying to steal something from a man's wallet. This is how their conversation goes. Police, where do you live? Kid, with my parents. Police, where do your parents live? Kid, with me. Police, where do you all live? Kid, together. Police, where is your house? Kid, next to my neighbor's house. Police, where is your neighbor's house? Kid, if I tell you, you won't believe me. Police, tell me. Kid, next to my house. Joke number 2. One night, a child was praying to God. Oh God, I can't study Third World War. Why? You love your country so much? No, God, I am weak in history. I can't study Third World War. Joke number 3. Name the nation which we all hate. Any guesses?
Can you repeat it again?
Joke number 3. Name the nation we all hate. Any guesses?
Procrastination.
No.
Oh, well, that we like actually.
Should I tell the answer?
Yes.
Yes, you can go on.
Answer is examination. That's all the jokes for today. Thank you. And back to the Gavri of the day.
Thank you, joke master Gabriel Safrina. The jokes were really humorous and made us all laugh. So now to evaluate our meeting proceedings, we have a courageous Gavalier who is none other than our president, Gavalier Salman. Gavalier Salman, please.
Good evening, Gavalier of the day, fellow Gavaliers and guests once again. Myself, Gavalier Salman, and today I am the general evaluator for today's meeting. So, firstly, meeting started on time by Sergeant in Arms. Well done. Till now, meeting is going very well. I have no suggestions at all. So, I will come up with my overall evaluation report with my team at the end of evaluation session when called upon by the Gavalier of the day. So, till then, back to you, Gavalier of the day.
Thank you, General Evaluator Gavalier Salman. So with that, we have completed our introductory session. Now comes our educational session. I hope all the speakers are ready to rock. So let's begin with our first speaker, Gavalier Hari. To evaluate Gavalier Hari, we have a bold Gavalier who is none other than our accountant Gavalier Mukesh. Gavalier Mukesh, can you please read out the speech details for Gavalier Hari?
Gavel Abhishek,
Yes.
actually, can you give me a minute? Just a minute for
Okay.
I hope I'm audible and visible.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, thank you.
yeah, I am ready.
Yeah, you can start.
The objectives of Gavalier Hari. Collect information about your topic from numerous sources. Carefully support your points and opinions with specific facts, examples, and illustrations gathered through research. Time 5 to 7 minutes. All the best.
Yeah, just a second.
Thank you, Gavalier Mukesh. So let's start with our first confident speaker, Gavalier Hari, whose topic is One Step Ahead.
I hope my screen is visible for all.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Homeworks, assignments, tuitions. Oof. How many of you feel tense nowadays because of studies and other stuff? Please raise your hands virtually. Hmm. Friends, the solution to be stress free is nothing but the God's gift to us, the nature. Respected Toastmasters, fellow Gaviliers, and my dear guests, a warm good evening to one and all. Friends, be honest. How many of you go for a morning walk? Yes, friends. Morning walk was the solution for me to be stress free. Before, I was stressed. Biology records, maths problems, SS research, and a lot. But now, after a morning walk, I am stress free. The beautiful sun, the scenery, the fresh air we get from the nature, the smile of the new people I meet. It keeps us sentient. Well, most of you can come up with this question. What's there in morning walk? Yes. Why morning walk? The answer for your question, according to my research, is that morning walk tends to keep start the day with good mood. They can also help your creativity. Studies have shown that getting up and moving around can improve your creativity than sitting. Morning walk also gets you better sleep, which results in overall good mood in the next morning. The Heart Foundation found that walking for an average for 30 minutes reduces the risk of your heart by 35%. So basically, what we infer from this research is that morning walk helps us to keep fit and healthy physically, mentally, and socially. Moving on to the benefits of morning walk. First, it naturally boosts your energy. It improves our mental health. It improves the health of our heart, strengthens our bones, improved management, and yeah, improved management of conditions such as hypertension, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and joint and muscle pain. We get vitamin D from the sun while going for a morning walk. And the one and only goal nowadays we face to achieve reduce weight. Well, most of you can't go for a morning walk because it will be hard for you. So here I have some tips for morning walk. I hope all of you have known this say, early to bed, early to rise. Yes, friends, the sooner you go to bed, the sooner you wake up. If you see my routine, I have my dinner at 8 o'clock p.m. and go to bed around 8:30 to 9 p.m. so that I can wake up early in the morning for going for a morning walk. Have a can-do attitude because nothing is impossible. The word impossible itself says, I am possible. Make yourself boosted before going for a morning walk. Of course, have a company. It's fun to go with family and friends. Make a walking session interesting and fun-filled. So these are the reference links I referred to for this research. I will share these links in the group so that you can also research more about this particular topic. So friends, let's skip one step ahead and keep others healthy and ourselves healthy. I encourage you all to go for a morning walk. Join our Chai with Cornish team on Fridays and Saturdays. So let's be healthy and keep others healthy. With this, back to the giver of the day.
Thank you, Gary Hari. And that was a really enthusiastic speech. Now, our second speaker, Gavel Kiruthiha. To evaluate her, we have a courageous Cavalier who is none other than Cavalier Mars. Cavalier Mars, can you please read out the speech details for Cavalier Kiruthiha?
Dear Cavaliers, Toastmasters, and guests, good afternoon. Today, Cavalier Kiruthiha is going to deliver her CC7 project. Objectives are: your speech will be more effective if you can support your main points with statistics, visual aids, and facts. Collect information about your topic from numerous sources. Her speech title is Alternative Energy. Time is 5 to 7 minutes. Best of luck, Gavel Kiruthiha. Back to Gavel of the day.
Thank you, Cavalier Mars. Now, our vice second speaker, Cavalier Kiruthiha, whose topic is alternative energy. Please give a round of applause.
I hope I'm audible and visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. There were two wind turbines in a field. One wind turbine turned to the other one and asked, "What is your favorite type of music?" And the other wind turbine said, "I am a huge fan I'm a huge metal fan." Toastmasters, Gaveliers, and guests, a very warm good afternoon to all of you. I am Gavelier Kiruthiha.
Today, I'll be talking about alternative energy and why they are so important to a vital and healthy future. Is the second slide visible?
No.
No, it's not.
First of all, why are alternative energy sources very important for the future? They are very important because they produce about 80% of all the energy that's consumed by us human beings. And if we don't, and we need to stop using them, or if we keep on using them, we might run out of these precious materials. And the other reason why they're so important is because burning fossil fuels in power plants is hard. Also, on the environment, we're talking about everything from the oceans to the entire ecosystem. Is it visible now?
Yeah.
Well, Kiruthiha, we're not able to see a next slide. We can only see a title slide.
Okay. And another reason why they're so important is because we can finally reduce our dependency on fossil fuels like oil, coal, and natural gas, and that is because of the growth of alternative energy sources. So what basically is alternative energy? Alternative energy is fossil fuels like oil, coal, and natural gas. They are the most traditional type of power generation used by us. So any energy excluding other than fossil fuels is called as alternative energy. And they can be derived from any energy that's derived from not fossil fuels are called as alternative energies. And in addition, they also have a very low environmental impact. And when it comes to the most effective type of alternative energy, wind energy is definitely the winner. And that is because, and when it comes to the most effective type of energy, it's wind energy. And after wind energy comes geothermal energy, hydropower energy, nuclear energy, solar power energy, and then we have the other type of energies. And again, the wind energy is the winner when it comes to the least damaging type of energy to the environment. So what are the benefits of using alternative energy sources? They have plenty of benefits. The first benefit is that it helps in conserving fossil fuels, and that is the main point among all of them. And the second one is that they help to slow and reverse climate change. And we know that in many parts of the globe, there are extreme climates, and they also help to reduce extreme climates because those extreme climates, they happen because of because of fossil fuels that produce pollutants. And did you know that about 7 million lives can be saved each year if we stop using fossil fuels? If we use alternative fuels, we can save 7 million lives every year. I mean, 7 million lives, isn't that a huge amount? And the third reason why they're important is because they help us to minimize the fuel dependency. You all might think if alternative energy can help replace fossil fuels in the future, and they can for sure help replace it. because alternative energy technologies, they're continuing to improve. Like certain years ago, the cost of alternative energy was very high, but right now the cost is falling down and that they're cheaper. And especially solar energy, they have unlocked the potential to generate any energy reserve plentiful. And they generate so much energy to meet the world's demand. And if you're going to consider about how affordable, effective, and economically friendly they are, you will begin to see how we can displace fossil fuels within the next 30 years. And according to research, most consumers they agree that alternative energy has more benefits than negatives. And something that has to be mentioned is that improved technology is continuing to emerge, and this decreases the disadvantages it has. So in some more years, it would have almost no disadvantages. I'm sure you now understand the importance of making the switch to alternative energy and why they are so important to for a healthy future. Thank you, and back to the GVOD.
That was a spectacular speech, Cavalier Kiruthiha. Now comes our last speaker of the session, Cavalier Akshaya. And to evaluate her, we have a strong, determined Cavalier who's none other than Cavalier Yusra. Cavalier Yusra, can you please read out the speech details for Cavalier Akshaya?
Am I audible?
Yep, yeah.
Respected Toastmasters and fellow Gaveliers, good evening. Today I am the evaluator of Cavalier Akshaya. Her speech title is The Backbone of Evolution. The duration of the speech must be between 5 to 7 minutes. The speech project is CC7 and the speech objectives are to collect information about the topic from numerous sources and carefully support the points and opinions with specific facts, examples, and illustrations gathered through research. I wish Akshaya all the very best for her speech. Thank you, and back to the Giveaway of the day.
Thank you, Cavalier Yusra. Now our last magnificent speaker, Cavalier Akshaya, whose topic is the backbone of evolution.
Before I start, I just want to confirm. Can you see the text on my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so by now, the COVID-19 pandemic seems endless, right? Variant after variant, it keeps coming. Just as we relax, as the pandemic seems to end, the news headlines beam. Scientists discovered a new variant of the COVID-19 virus, and the pandemic loop continues. We've been through the Delta variant and now the new Omicron. As these new variants keep popping up, I was wondering, so what are these variants and how do they occur? Are they beneficial in any way? Good afternoon, respected Toastmasters, fellow Gaveliers, and honored guests. We all have different traits or features which we inherit from our parents. This includes eye color, hair color, height, etc. So, where is this information stored and how do we get it? This information is stored in something called a gene. This gene is basically information about the traits coded and stored in a double helix shaped structure called the DNA, as it is shown in this picture. DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid. A DNA contains small nucleotides or small bases, which are adenine, cytosine, thymine, and guanine. The bases pair up in such a way that adenine and thymine pair up and guanine and cytosine pair up. The order of these various bases determine the gene. So, how does inheritance of this trait take place? Zooming out, we see that the DNA is located inside 23 pairs of chromosomes in our nucleus. Each of our parents give us 23 chromosomes, and thus we get the DNA. But is there only one nucleus? No, there are millions of nucleuses, and in each nucleus, there's 23 pairs of chromosomes. Isn't that a lot of DNA? So our cells keep reproducing and duplicating. And in this process, There's sometimes a change in the order of the bases on the DNA, and this is called a mutation. You can't exactly call a mutation an error in the DNA code, as it's sometimes beneficial too. In this picture, a deletion mutation is being performed as some of the bases are being deleted. This is what happens in the case of variants. A mutation occurs in the DNA of a virus, creating a new type of that particular virus, resulting in a new variant. When this mutated virus reproduces, it produces more mutated species, resulting in a new strain of organisms. COVID 19 is caused by the SARS CoV 2 virus. Since 2020, the virus has been undergoing many different mutations and forming new variants. Omicron, the new variant of COVID 19, has 32 mutations. In the original COVID 19 virus, a protein called the spike protein is recognized by the human cells, and thus it's able to fight the virus in some cases. However, the spike protein also helps the virus enter the human cells. But that's not the case in the new Omicron. The spike protein is now mutated, and immune cells cannot recognize it, so it can survive. It's like the spike protein boosted up its army to defeat our immune cells. Mutations are considered the keys of evolution. In reality, every single one of our genetic features are the result of a mutation that probably occurred millions of years ago. Sometimes these mutations are very beneficial to organisms and are considered adaptations. Polar bears have thick white fur. They live in the Arctic where it's very cold. This white fur helps the polar bears withstand the cold and thus survive in such cold places. This is an adaptation due to a mutation too. So, how were these mutations discovered? In the past, the famous explorer and scientist Charles Darwin visited the Galapagos Islands, one of the most diverse places, and created a theory known as the theory of evolution. This is a painting of Charles Darwin in the Galapagos Islands. According to this theory, all species came from one species as a whole. For example, once apes undergo many different mutations and adaptations in order to form us today, humans. So now for our main question. How does this help? How do mutations help us in our lives? The one word answer for that is diversity. Diversity is absolutely necessary on planet Earth. If all of the creatures are of a single species, a single virus could wipe out all of the organisms. But when there's a diversity in all the organisms, life on Earth can continue flourishing. Isn't gene theory fascinating? To me, it's one of the most interesting sciences. And ever since I started researching about this, I wanted to be a geneticist. Mutations are the raw materials required for evolution and are thus the backbone for evolution. Thank you.
Oh, sorry, I was. Thank you, Gavel Akshaya, for your speech. I hope enjoyed that session. I hope everyone enjoyed the session. Now I request the timer to announce the timings.
So the timer report goes as follows. Gavilier Hari, 5 minutes 7 seconds. Gavilier Kiruthiha, 6 minutes 48 seconds. Gavilier Akshaya, 5 minutes 44 seconds. All are qualified.
So please cast your vote to the vote counter. Gavel Ehaan.
Everyone, please vote fast. I just received one vote till now. fast.
Ehaan, did you receive all the votes?
Just one more vote.
All right.
Okay,
Maybe
the
could-
voting, nobody can vote now. It is closed.
So now we can start. Now comes the most interesting session. And to conduct this interesting session, we have a diligent cavalier whose hobbies are painting, who has a strong ambition to become a teacher, that is none other than Cavalier Zara. Please give her a round of applause.
Fellow Gaveliers and honorable guests, very warm good afternoon to one and all. Today, I, Zara Sheikh, will be the table topic masters for today's meeting. I therefore wish all the guests and the Gaveliers for today's upcoming speeches. Let's get started. I would like to call Cavalier Abhishek for today's table topic session. And the topic for him is, what is the first thing you remember about your childhood?
Yeah, Gavel, Zara, just repeat the topic once again so that the speaker gets.
I repeat, your topic is, what was the first thing you remember about your childhood?
Respected Toastmasters, Cavaliers, and guests, very good afternoon once again. So my topic here is, what was the what I remember about my childhood, the first thing. So I would say what I remember was playing with fire. Well, what I did when I was 6 years old was I played with fires and I almost got burned. It was a really sad thing, not really funny. But what I did was I took the matchstick and I was playing with it. I prefer you guys not to play with it because it's really dangerous. I was aware of it, but still I wanted to try it. What I did was I burned the matchstick, and while I was throwing it down, it just got burnt at the cloth. So what happened was the clothes started burning, and then I didn't want to tell it to my parents. So what I did was I tried to extinguish the fire by myself. You know how? With my hands. And that was totally impossible. I got my hands burned a bit, and somehow my parents got to know about the fire, and they quickly came in and they called out the neighbors. They watered out, and luckily I was safe and nothing much happened. So that was one of the horrible childhood memories that I remember. Back to the diplomat master.
Thank you, Abhishek. Now I would like to call Gavelier Harshini, and your topic is, if you wanted to create a dish of yours, what will it be?
Gavel, Zara, I'm sorry. Actually, I'm in another meeting. I do have my club meeting going on, so I won't be able to attend the tabletop.
Gavel, Zara, you can go with another speaker actually.
I'm really sorry, Gavel, Salman,
No
and
problem.
Gavel.
You can continue.
Okay. Okay, I would like to call Gavel or Safrina, and your topic is if you wanted to create a dish of yours, what would it be?
Good afternoon to everyone once again. Respected Toastmasters, fellow Gaveliers, and honored guests, a very good afternoon to all of you. Today, my topic is what if I were to make a dish of my choice, what would it be? Well, if I were to make one, I would definitely choose biryani. It has always been my favorite and will definitely be forever. When I started making biryani, I was about 10 because I had an interest in it. So I thought, what will be the ingredients? So I decided to trust my instincts and go with it. So I first took out the rice, boiled it, and add everything I could find in the cabinets of the kitchen. Finally, after about 1 hour, I completely forgot about it and started watching TV. Later, I smelled a burning. It smelled like smoke. When I ran to the kitchen, I found that my biryani was smoking. So I turned off the stove and took open the lid. Inside, I could find nothing but ashes. So that was the first time I made biryani. So I would conclude that if you have to make a dish, be sure to have an adult with you. Otherwise, might forget and it might burn or go into a mess or it won't taste good. So please have an adult with you when you're making any dish, and then it will surely be delicious, much more delicious than mine. Thank you, and back to the table topic master.
Well said. Now let's move on. Now I would like to welcome Gavel and Harry. And your topic is what was the thing that made you cry? I repeat, what was the thing that made you cry?
Can you say who's the Gavelier?
Gavelier Hari.
Haria.
Yeah, okay. So what was the thing made me crazy topic, right?
Topic is
Yes, Hari.
Yes, okay. Fellow Gaveliers and my dear guests, a warm good evening to one and all once again. My topic is what was the thing made me cry? Well, uh, 2-3 years before, I saw a movie. It's a Tamil movie called Deva Thirumagal, a very emotional movie which I cried. Well, people say no need to control your emotions, but I used to control, but in that movie I could not because you can't. It is a most emotional movie. So that was the one incident I was crying, and of course, yes, when we are babies, we used to cry a lot. And one incident was myself ironing my hand with iron box when I was 1.5 years old. So that was a big incident which happened to me. So there are lots of stuff which I can't explain to you all for things made me cry. So these are some major incidents. With this, back to the giveaway of the day. I mean the table topic master.
that was wonderful. Now I would like to give a round of applause in order to welcome our next speaker, Gavel Ehaan. If you were a CEO of Google, what will be the first thing you will change?
Hello, good evening, everyone. If I am the CEO of Google. What you doing? Okay. Mm, if I'm the CEO of Google, the first thing I will change is that, you know, there are many people who like to search random things, like, that day I saw that somebody was searching, what should I do with my wife? Like, who asks these questions nowadays? I don't know. So first thing I will do is I'll restrict these questions, these types of questions, and then I will only add the program to it that I will only add the program to it that people can only ask necessary questions. You know, like, related to the studies, related to the good things, related to the knowledgeable things. That's what I would do when I become the CEO of Google. And there are many other things I can do. Like I I can make a website which you can add all the problems. You can report all the problems of the Google, some glitches, any problem. That's what I would do. Okay, thank you. That's it.
My, that was very interesting. Now the next speaker is, let me see, Gavel Mukesh. The topic is, describe your favorite pet.
One minute. Am I visible and audible?
Yes.
Good evening, fellow Cavaliers, smart friends, and all of you. My topic today is, what is my favorite pet and why? Actually, my favorite pet, I can say small puppies. And why I say puppies is the reason I am scared of big dogs, especially where once I went to my friend's home. There was a dog which came to smell me. I thought it was gonna bite me and ran round the house almost 5 times. I screamed like something which woke up a girl from sleep. Then I did not even see the dog after that situation. I was like shivering and sat at a corner of the house with room doors locked. I couldn't even move and forget it anymore. And if I say is that there are many differences in animation and real life. In animation, we can see that things are like very cute and something. But when I see it in the real life, I just forget everything. I I get started to shiver and scream everything I do. Back to the Cavalier of the day.
My next speaker is Gavel Ayush. Your topic is, if you would like to go on a long vacation, where will you go and why? I repeat, if you would like to go on a long vacation, where will you go and why?
So my topic is, if you could go on a long vacation, where would you go and why? Respected Toastmasters, fellow Gaviliers, and guests. My name is Ayush, and today I'm going to speak on the topic, if you could go on the long vacation, where would you go and why? So when I was in Saudi Arabia, I was dreaming of coming to India. Because of all of this COVID pandemic, I was not able to come here and see my grandparents and all of my family. But now I finally got a chance to come here, and right now I'm sitting here in India. But if I could go on a long vacation, I would dream of going on a world tour. I know it's very expensive, but if I could go on a long vacation, my dream would be something like this. I could go on a world tour, explore many more places, and try to communicate with the people because I like to learn more languages and see how many more people are living their normal lives. So, yeah, if I could ever go on a long vacation, then this would also be my reason why. And if I could, and if I need to say like where I should go, I would say like, or I would have a goal to go to all the countries in the world and try to see how all the people live there. So yeah, this would conclude my topic for today. Back to the Gaveler of the day.
The next speaker I would like to call is Gavel Akshaya. What are you scared of that you get nightmares? I repeat, what are you scared of that you get at mirrors? Night.
Gavel Zara, I think Gavel Akshaya has like she has another meeting, so you can go with other speaker.
Okay.
Yeah, you can call Gaveler Jai Snehan, Gaveler Hamsini.
Okay. I would like to call Gavel Hamsini. Your topic is, what are you scared of that you get nightmares? I repeat, what are you scared of that you get nightmares?
I guess she is unable to speak. Yeah, you can go with Gaveler Jai Snehan. Yeah, she is back. Yes.
Okay.
Fellow Gaveliers, Toastmasters, and my dear guests, good afternoon to all. My topic is that what I'm scared that will make a nightmare for me. Of course, like any of you know Granny, the game. Raise your hands, please. Okay. First, like when I was with my neighbors, I was scrolling the games in my neighbor's kid's mom. That time, what happened means I clicked on a game called Granny. That time I did not know that it was a scary game or like a good game or something. So when I clicked on it, it was a bit scary. So that I was like excited to play. I called all of my friends and then even my neighbor, and then we all started to play that game. When I first played that game, it was all normal and then okay. But after some time only, I was all freaked out. After that day, like a month, I was just getting nightmares about Granny pulling me out after and then torturing me and then things. So I guess that was my nightmare. And back to the table topic, master. Thank you.
Okay. Now let's move on. Next speaker. So the next speaker is Gavelier Yusra. Your topic will be, if you were given a chance to go on a long road trip with any of your 3 friends, who will they be? I repeat, if you were given a chance to go on a long road trip with any of your 3 friends, who will they be?
Am I audible?
Yes,
Yeah.
you are audible.
Okay. Respected Toastmasters, fellow Cavaliers, and honored guests. My topic is, if I were to go on a road trip, who would my 3 friends be? First would be my friend Jayalakshmi, who has been my friend since 6 years, I think, or maybe 5 years. And second would be another one of my friend Priyanka, who has been my friend for 4 years. I think only these 2 friends I would go on a road trip with, since I'm very close to them. And they're very supportive. They've supported me in so many things. They've helped me in a lot of things. They've helped me in my communication skills. And a little road trip with them alone would be amazing, and it would be a dream come true. And yeah, these 2 will be the people that I would pick to go on a road trip with. Thank you.
That's all.
Yeah, 1 minute. You can conclude with it. Since it's time going, you can conclude.
Yeah, that's all for today.
Okay, so we have come to the end of that session, or table topic session. Now I request the timer to announce the timings for the speakers. Gavel Ayush.
Yes. Okay, so the timing reports for the table topics are Gavelier Abhishek, 1 minute 30 seconds. Gavelier Safrina, 1 minute 54 seconds. Gavelier Hari, 1 minute 9 seconds. Gavelier Ehaan, 1 minute 41 seconds. Gavelier Mukesh, 2 minute 15 seconds. Me, myself, Gavelier Ayush, 1 minute 37 seconds. Gavelier Jaisnehan, 1 minute 30 seconds. And Gavelier Yusra, 1 minute 2 seconds. Those were the timing reports for today's
So who are qualified?
All are qualified.
Okay, so we can vote for anybody below what counter.
Everyone, please vote now.
Okay, so let's proceed with our meeting. So now there will be our evaluation session, and to conduct that, we have our diligent, courageous Cavalier, and that's our president, Cavalier Salman, who's going to conduct the evaluation session. Please
Yes,
give
thank
him
you,
a round
Gavel
of
of the day, once again. So without consuming much time, let's start our evaluation session. So let me call our first speaker's evaluator, Gavel Hari, who will be evaluated by another talented and confident Gavel Mukesh. Gavel Mukesh, the stage is yours. Please evaluate our first speaker.
Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
One step higher. What a good speech. It was very impressive. Good evening, Cavaliers, Toastmasters, and my dear guests. Speaking alone is easy, but in public is hard. People can overcome it with practice. With practice, even I was able to get up early morning at Fridays and Saturdays for a morning walk. You gave us the importance of morning walk, benefits of it. You said because of 30 minutes of morning walk, you can reduce heart density 35%. Reduce weight. Yeah, I accept it. I was when before quarantine, I was nearly 30, and after the quarantine, at the end of my sixth grade, I was nearly 41 kilos. Actually, without no workout, I couldn't do anything. Then I started morning walk with my friends and family members like Hari. We walk together. We spend time so that by talking so that we won't feel the pain of walking. By seeing the sun's rise, it will be very beautiful at the morning. Actually, morning walk is a good thing which you chose as a topic and gave us all the benefits of it. You gave us a good, healthy speech. Always, people will make few mistakes, and you also have few mistakes that you didn't have a stage movement in your speech while you were giving. You can include that in your speech, which is which will make you a champion speaker. Now I hand over the stage back to the general evaluator.
Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you, Gavel Mukesh, for the candid evaluation. Gavel Hari, your speech was as usual excellent. Great interaction with the audience, great PowerPoint presentation, and a great message to all of us for a morning walk. Super. The only suggestion I found is in the animations of the PowerPoint, while you're displaying, your voice was not matching with your text. So that's the only suggestion. Otherwise, it was an excellent speech. Keep it up and all the best for your future speech.
Thank you.
Yeah, so let me call our second speaker evaluator, Gavel Kiruthiha, who will be evaluated by Gavel Mas and another talented Gavel. Gavel Mas, the stage is yours. Please evaluate our second speaker. Gavel Mas, are you there? Gabler Mass. Is there any issues? Yeah.
Dear Gaveliers, Toastmasters, and guests, good afternoon. A special good afternoon to Gavel Kiruthiha. Wow, excellent speech. You included all the objectives in your speech. Example is an important part of your project. You did well. Give her a round of applause. Pronunciation and grammar was outstanding. Usage of words was excellent. Coming to your speech part, you started with a quote and said about your music height. The title of the speech was good. You explained it very well with examples. You said throughout the speech your smiling expressions was outstanding. Your eye contact to express your messages was commendable. Your gestures, stage movement was outstanding. You achieved your speech purpose. Occasional movement indicates your confidence and comfort level. Concluded with a good message. I have recommendations. You continued speaking with a maximum speed. I couldn't catch you easily. Also, lack of pauses and voice variations. Also, stage usage means while speaking, I recommend you to stand and speak well so that you could attract audience very well. Your audio clarity was not clear. As you are a prominent speaker, I could recommend to work on this. Otherwise, your speech is very well prepared. I enjoyed a lot. Best of luck for your future project. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Yes, thank you, Gavel Mass, for a superb evaluation. Gavel Kiruthiha, you are an excellent speaker with expressions and gestures. What Gavel Mass said, you can follow it and make sure to improve in the next speech. And great speech, superb title, alternate energy. So the only suggestion I found is you could have had some stage movements which would have added credits to your speech. Because remember one thing, whenever you deliver a speech, stage movement is necessary, really very necessary. If you sit and deliver, that's not a speech. So only stage movements it's needed. Otherwise, it was a perfect speech. And all the best for future speeches. So before calling our third evaluator, let me call our language evaluator grammarian because she has a meeting. Grammarian Gavel Harshini to say the grammarian report. Yes, Grammarian Gavel Harshini, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Gavel Salman. My dear fellow Gaveliers, Toastmasters, and guests, very good evening once again. I'm here with my grammarian report. So, without further ado, let me go straight into the usage. Gavel Salman, warm evening, healthy, never give up, lift up your spirits, failure, a great scientist. Gavel Abhishek, hurry, please, live in the moment, enjoy the present, successful, your attitude, diligent. Cavalier Ayush, professionalism. Cavalier Safrina, tasty, examination, biryani. Cavalier Hari, nature, creativity, good mood, boost your energy. Mental health, strengthen, early to bed, early to rise. Nothing is impossible, fun filled. Cavalier Kritika, precious, important, alternative energy, fossil fuel, conserving. Gavel Akshaya, backbone of evolution, endless, variant, millions, and motivations. Gavel Zara, childhood, favorite dish, CEO, Google, favorite vacation, road trip. And I do find not so good usages of English language. I heard someone say with a grace of 30 seconds. It should be said as with a grace period of 30 seconds. And I heard someone say you spoken. It should be as you have spoken. And I'm sorry to say that fellow members didn't really use the word of the day. I'm sorry if I have not heard anyone. I urge everyone to use the word of the day, sentient maximum in your speeches. It's a very easy word. I would like every Gavalier to use it. And overall, I really enjoyed the meeting. Thank you. And back to you, Gavalier of the day.
Yeah, thank you, Grammarian Gavel Harshini, for your sentient evaluation. So now let me call our third evaluator, Gavelier Mukesh. Gavelier Yusra, to evaluate our third speaker, Gavelier Akshaya, and another talented and confident speaker, Gavelier Yusra. The stage is yours. Please evaluate our third speaker. Yeah.
Thank you, Cavalier of the Day. Good afternoon to once again to one and all, and a special good afternoon to Cavalier Akshaya. Let me begin by saying that your speech was so informative that it completed half of my science portion. You started off very confidently and it was thoroughly maintained throughout your entire speech. Your presentation was very unique. Your body language was good. The time taken for your speech was 5 minutes and 44 seconds. The duration of your speech was perfect. The opening, the body, and the conclusion was done accordingly. Overall, your speech was done spectacularly. And only one suggestion is for you that to add a minute amount of humor into your speech. Other than that, your speech was perfect. Thank you, and back to the Cavalier of the Day.
Yes, thank you, Gavelier Yusra, for that superb evaluation. Gavelier Akshaya, as usual, you are confident in your speech. What Gavelier Yusra said, you can make sure to follow in the next speech. And a superb speech with the presentation you presented. It was really well presented. Great story, and the way you interacted with us. The only suggestion I found was you could have the same suggestion only. You could have stage moments in your speech. So other than that, it was a perfect speech. Yeah, with that, for table topic evaluation, I will start my evaluation with the first speaker, who was Gavelier Abhishek. Your title was, what was the first thing you remember in your childhood? Great speech, the short story, expression and gestures, superb. Great attempt, firstly. The only suggestion, you could have utilized your whole time, and you spoke for 1 minute 30 seconds. So if you have utilized the whole time, it would be more better. But it was a superb speech. Second speaker, Gavelier Safrina. So your title was, if you want to create a dish of yours, what would it be? Immediately she said biryani, which was superb. Great attempt, superb gestures, expressions, marvelous. I have no suggestions for you since it was superb. Our third speaker is Gavelier Hari, and your title was, what was the thing that made you cry? And you started with saying that the Tamil film that made you cry, and your incident of that iron box, superb. The only suggestion is you could have spoke more, because you spoke for 1 minute 9 seconds. So you have to utilize the whole time, then it would be wonderful. Our next speaker, Gavel Ehaan. Your title was, if you were the CEO of Google, what would you do? Great response. Superb overall. The only suggestion, you could have elaborated more about your title with a story or any experience, then it would be wonderful. That's the only suggestion. Gavelier Mukesh. Firstly, give a big round of applause to Mukesh. Because why I said to clap, he was the only Gavelier who had opening, body, and conclusion, and he even concluded the whole time. That's really very wonderful and great speech. Actually, by the way, you utilized the time 2 minutes 15 seconds. So I appreciate that. I have no suggestions for you. Our next speaker is Gavelier Ayush, and your title was, if you would like to go on a long vacation, where would you go? And it was a great speech, great attempt. You said that you would like India, and superb. You spoke for 1 minute 30 seconds. And one more good thing about you I would like to say is while you are delivering a uh, noted the timings. Gavelier Jaisnehan, like what made you fear? The title. You said the game Danny made you fear, and great attempt, great story, great conclusion, and you spoke for 1 minute 30 seconds, which is a good time. But you could have utilized the whole time. It would be wonderful. So our last speaker, Gavelier Yusra, your title was, if you went on a road trip, who would you choose in the three friends? So immediately you attempted that, so I appreciate it. Great speech, gestures, expressions, superb. And timings 1 minute 2 seconds, which you got to improve. Overall, superb. Overall, I would look to say it was a superb evaluation session. And table topic master, Gavel Zara, can you unmute yourself? Gavel Zara. Yeah, I would like to clap for you for choosing such a great titles and topics to our table topic participants. I really appreciate it. The only suggestion for you I would like to say is at the starting of your speech, you could have asked the speaker like, "Are you ready for the speech?" Like that, you could have asked. That would be wonderful. That's all. I have no suggestions for me. So that's all my table topic evaluation. So now let me call our listening master, Gavel Jay Snehan. Sorry. Before that, let me call our R counter, Gavel Mukesh, for the R counter report. Gavel Mukesh, the stage is yours.
Hello, Gaveliers. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good evening to everyone once again. My R counter report is over here. Kiruthiha, short pause 7, long pause 1, repeated words 15, and goes on 4. Hurry, short pause 2, 2. Akshaya, short pause 1, repeated word 1. Abhishek, repeated words 3, 3 times, short pause 1 time, and many times you have used in your speech. Ehaan, short pause 1, repeated words 4, and 7. Zara, repeated words 2, short pause 1. Safrina, short pause 1 and 2. Ayush, 3, repeated words 5, short pause 3. Jay Snehan, 5 and repeated words 5. Yusra, repeated words 2, 3. Mukesh, myself, 5, short pause 2. Mars, short pause 3, 2. Harshini, 1 long pause. Yusra, repeated words 1. Salman, 1 short pause. Finish. Back to the president.
Yes, thank you, Gavel Mukesh, for your R counter report. Now, let me call our listening master, Gavel Jay Snehan, to ask a few questions. Listening master, the stage is yours.
Okay, so now I have four questions to ask. What was G.V. Abhishek's childhood memory?
Burning a fire matchstick.
Yeah, correct. What dish did G.V. Safrina make?
Biryani.
Correct. In which year did G.V. Harigirish ironed himself?
1.5 years.
Correct.
1.5
What is
years.
G.V. Mugesh's favorite pet?
Small puppies.
Correct. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, listening master, for that questions. Now, let me quickly wrap up my overall general evaluation, starting with Sanjay Rams, Gavel Mukesh. Well done. You started on time. Our Gaveler of the day, Gaveler Abhishek, really you did a great job today. Everyone, I would like to clap for him. Please give a big round of applause. And our 1 minute Gaveler Harishri, good job the way you grammarian Gaveler Harshini, great explanation and word of the day sentiment. Keep going like this. Timer Gaveler Ayush, super great job of tracking time. Word counter Gaveler Ehaan, wonderful job. Listening master Gaveler Jesnehan, great. Joke master Gaveler Sabrina, fantastic. You really cracked the joke. all the speakers delivered great speech with confidence. Gavelier Hari, Gavelier Akshaya, Gavelier Kiruthiha. I really appreciate it. And table topic master Gavelier Zara. Very nice topics. Good job. All the evaluators did an excellent candidate evaluation. Overall, marvelous job by all. So I hope you enjoyed today's meeting. So I hope you learned something new today. We learn everything. So back to you, Gaveler of the day. Gaveler Abhishek, thank you for your concern. Yeah.
Thank you, Gavel Sharma. So, should I call the vote counter or?
Yeah, you can call me.
Okay, so everyone vote for the best role player for today, and then we can.
What about the best evaluator?
The best evaluator.
Yes,
Best
thank
evaluator.
you. Yeah.
Best evaluator.
Now,
And
yeah. Now let me call our vote counter, Gaveler Ehaan, to announce the winners. Gaveler Ehaan, the stage is yours.
But they have to vote first, Salman.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah, you can vote for best evaluator. Timers report, please, for evaluation. Excluding
Now,
me, actually, I'm not there in the voting.
Somebody just voted for the of the day.
Don't
The
include me in
timing
voting.
report for the evaluation session is Gavelier Mukesh, 3 minutes 2 seconds. Gavelier Maz, 1 minute 42 seconds. The grammarian report was 2 minutes 5 seconds. Gavelier Yusra, 53 seconds. Gavelier Salman, 4 minutes 5 seconds. Gavelier Mukesh, 1 minute 25 seconds. There are Gavelier Yusra and Gavelier Harshini spoke a bit less than the average time.
Like who else spoke more than 1 minute 30 seconds? Could you please again say?
Everybody other than Gavelier Yusra.
No, actually for evaluation more than 2 minutes. So who spoke 1 minute 30 seconds? They will be qualified. So can you just say the names?
So
Again.
Gavelier Mukesh, Gavelier Maz, Gavelier Harshini, Gavelier Salman and Gavelier Mukesh.
Okay, so excluding me, you can vote.
For grammarian, how much timing?
Yeah. Grammarian is actually, I think, disqualified more than 3 minutes. So excluding grammarian and myself, you can vote for the best evaluator. Yeah.
And Gavelier Yusra spoke for 53 seconds.
Yeah, okay. Actually, she is disqualified. Other than that, you can vote for the best evaluator. And including that, please vote for best role player award also, including that also, with the role and name. Yeah.
Give the Yusra, I'm afraid I can't do that. I can't forget evaluation session. Please vote for the evaluation session, please.
Gavel Ehaan, once the voting is over, you can just say of best evaluator and best role player.
Okay, the voting counter is closed. Now I'll announce the winners. Okay.
Yes.
The winners are the best speaker is Gavelier Harigirish. The best evaluator is Gavelier Safrina. Please give a round of applause for it. The best table topic. The best evaluator is Gavelier Mukesh. Please give a round of applause for him too. And the best role player of the day is Gavelier of the day, Gavelier Abhishek. Congratulations to all the winners. Thank you. This is very
Yes, thank you, Word Counter Gavel Ehaan. So, firstly, e-certificates will be shared soon in the WhatsApp group. Congratulations, firstly, to all the winners. So, now, is there any further doubts, any questions you want to ask? Can ask now, since it's the doubt session. Any doubts? So, I think.
Gavelier Salman, I need to ask you one thing. Actually, Ayush include the arc counter and that evaluation, that process only. Arc counter is a role player or he'll come in that evaluation?
No, actually, he's not there in the evaluation session. So, he's a role player, actually, our counter. So, 3 evaluators and the grammarian. These 4 are the only the evaluators.
Okay.
So, is there any further doubts?
No.
Okay, so with that, I adjourn the meeting. So, Gavelers, you can leave. Bye and have a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.